Hey crew, it's Pitt, and welcome to Game Pit Studios. Today we're going to be getting into Level 3 LOD on our protagonist for Spaceships from Space. Let's go ahead and dive on in. What we're going to be doing today is streamlining some more. We're going to take these wings, we're going to make them look more wing-like, and then we are going to Subdivision Surface modify this into an LoD3. We will be adding some more detail to these panels, and that's going to be about it. The unwrapping is already done. We may get into exporting. I may do that on another video. So let's get into it. First off, let's make these wings look right. So we're going to put a cut all the way down this way on both sides. So that is Control R to make the cut menu. Because this is a separate piece and it's been separated, it stops here. If it wasn't a separate piece, it would continue on. It makes me, why is it picking this one up? That don't make no sense. Anyway, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take these pieces, we're going to grab this two and these two, and we will bring them up a bit like so. I'm going to grab this one and bring it up. Actually, yeah, we're going to bring it up just a little bit like that. And then we will tighten these up as well. I should have grabbed the other side, but it'll be all right. We're just making it look pretty. And this one needs to be a little bit tighter than the first one. So we actually want a slight up angle right here. Not a whole lot. Go ahead and pull both of these up to a slight up angle, and then this one like a so. Alright, next up, let's see about getting a cut across. Actually, no. We're going to grab faces. On this top face, we are going to extrude by hitting E. We're going to right click to drop it. We're going to hit S to scale it. And then we're going to go negative 0.2. No, not going to work. Scale. Let's just pull it in. I just want a small inset right here. That should work. And then we'll make the other one look about the same. So extrude, drop, scale, pull it in. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it pretty dadgum close. Pretty dadgum close. Wait, yeah, that is the top piece. Alright, that's going to give us a little bit more detail in this panel specifically. This bottom panel will hold flaps, but we don't need to cut them in. That's going to be graphically done. But this will hold our decals for our what plane we're flying. So this is going to be a U.S. force plane, so it will be United States markings on it, but I plan on putting other countries, and this will just swap out. Alright, then we're going to go over to these objects individually and do the same thing. So grab this face, extrude it, drop it, scale it down just a bit. Over here, we're going to pop into edit object mode, do the same thing. Grab this face, extrude it, drop it, scale it in just a bit. Alright, that is all four of those. Just about where we need them. You know what? I'm a dumb because I meant to do that on these and not on here. So let's go ahead and do that here, and then I'll fix my mistake there. Alright. We're going to grab this face, we're going to extrude it, drop it. That did not work. I'm still in object mode. Grab the face, extrude it, drop it, scale it in. And then we will go into object mode, grab this one, grab the face, extrude it, drop it, scale it in. Alright, now let's fix this real quick. Back over here. Like so, and then we're going to just put these points back where they belong. So we're going to merge that at last all the way around. the whole point of making them panels was so that I didn't do this. But y'all get to see me fix things too. This is live workflow. Alright, now what we want to do here is we're going to go back into object mode. We are going to grab a subsurface modifier by hitting the little wrench, going to generate, scrolling down to subdivision surface, like so. We're going to keep this, well, we'll go Catmull Clark because we do want it to slightly curve. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe them wings aren't doing right, huh? Let's see. Them wings are definitely not doing right. But if we go back to simple, it'll be alright. Let's see what it looks like in the viewport. How about we go up? We're wanting quite a few cuts on this third round. We're going to go 4. I think that's going to be about the max that you're ever going to want to do. That's going to add a lot of vertices to this. It's going to add a lot of computing power on the back side inside of Unreal. But we're going to have a level selector so you can select your LOD in case your graphics card can't keep up. This should by no means be more than your computer can do. One of these settings you should be able to get in on. And then we're going to apply this, and then if we look at it inside here, you can see there is a lot more detail. That's going to give us a lot more smooth edge. It will have well-defined edges, but it smooths it out a lot as far as graphics. And what else do we need to do in here today? Oh, what we need to do next is come down here. Actually, let's go back and take that subdivision surface modifier off for right now, because I just remembered that I need to do this first. Grab these faces right here. We're going to duplicate these out, grab them on the X, and we'll pull that out to a -10. No, that went the wrong way. No, wrong. Again, grab on the X to 10. And that's going to put it over there. And then we're going to take these pieces and we're going to make a solid face out of it. Like that. This will be a thruster panel, and I will be adding individual geometry to the other object here in just a few minutes. Now we can go back. Well, first let's separate this. So we'll grab all of these. We will extrude it, drop it, grab it on the X, -0.1. Now let's go 0.1. Wrong one. 0.1. Wrong one. Grab on the X, 0.1. There we go. Let's check our normals while we are in here. So we're going to go up here, the viewport overlays, and click on our normals. Make sure everything has a blue line pointing out of it. They're all out. They're all at a good angle. We are good to go. All right, now we will collect all of these faces. If we hit Shift L, no. And then here, there we go. Just L. If you hit just L, it'll grab all the faces that aren't separated by a red boundary marker. And we're going to separate this by parts, so we're going to hit P, separated by selection, blammo. Then we're going to have, over here, we're going to rename this to booster panel. Like that. Alright, we will come back to that in a few minutes. Now, let's add a subdivision surface modifier. And I don't think we're actually going to need the 4 cuts. I think we're actually alright with just 2. So we're going to go ahead and apply that and look at it. Oh wait, you have to be in object mode to apply it. And let's see what it looks like. Them wings look... Something is really not right here. Back that up. Let's see what's going on with this wing. It doesn't appear to have any obvious issues here. We've got a good separation on our lines. We've got a good breakout. Oh wait, this doesn't look like it's lined out, huh? There we go. Let's do that. And then we will control E and mark that. Now let's try the modifier. So we're going to go back over to Object. We're going to go Subdivision Surface. We will hit it by 2. That is still not right. And we can go simple and it should be okay, because this is going to make it look differently if we apply this. Hold on. Back to object mode. Apply it and let's look at it. Yeah, I think we're going to be alright with that. Oh, that is plenty smooth enough for our viewport shading and stuff. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and build a thruster panel real quick. So here's our thruster panel, and to this we are going to want to add a cylinder. So we're going to control A, we're going to bring in a cylinder. We are going to pull it back here, so we're going to grab it on the X. That did not work. Let's grab it just on the X here. There we go. That's weird. We're going to rotate that on the yoke by 90 degrees. Okay, we're going to fix that. Let's fix that. Alright, so this, we need to go into edit mode. We need to go to mesh, and then we need to, I just did this in the last one, y'all, and I can't remember already. Transform. No, 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 no. Not it. Okay. Y'all remember, let me know in the comments. Let's go back into object mode. It might be here. I think it's here. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Set object, origin, center of mass. All right, and then we're going to snap the cursor to the object. Cursor to select. There we go. Now we should be able to manipulate things here. All right, now back into edit mode. We should be able to rotate this on the yoke by 90. Oh, you got to hit enter and not rotate on the yoke by hitting R and then Y and then 90, and we got the size. All right. We're going to make one big solid booster for this one. All right. We're going to pull this out where it's not quite all the way through. We're going to scale this on the yoke. No, we're going to scale this on the X-ray. Bring it down just a little bit like so. Then we will grab this face. We will extrude it, drop it, scale it, pull it in just a bit. And then we are going to grab it on the X and pull it in a good bit. Then we're going to extrude it, drop it, scale it. That's E, right click, S, bring it in just a little bit. Then we're going to extrude this, drop it, grab it on the X-ray, and pull it out a little bit. All right. That is not looking right. What's going on here? That needs to come way up. Let's do this. We're going to do that whole process at the end right there backwards. All right, so now we're going to grab this. Is this extruded? Yes. We're going to bring that back where it was. We will scale this. Let's exclude the X. So Shift X, and then we're going to scale this in just a bit like that. That'll give us that little lip right there. Let's go ahead and mark this edge. We're going to Control E and mark that edge. And then we'll extrude this in, so extrude, drop, and then we'll just drag it in. And then extrude, drop, that's E, then right click, scale, exclude the X again, so shift X, bring it in just a little bit again. It's going to give us another little lip. What is going on here? That should be, it should automatically be going to the center since I excluded the X, but it's going to be alright. And then we'll just extrude this out, so extrude, drop, we'll grab it on the X and pull it out. And then one more time, scale it in, extrude it in, and that's going to give us an afterburner assembly. If we grab these faces all the way around, if you get close to the short edge, hit Alt and click it while you're in face mode, and you grab that entire loop. I actually kind of want that to come out a little bit more. Let's see if I can just scale it out like so. Give me more of a bell-shaped housing. And then we can probably pull that down just a little bit. I don't know why that's getting a little wonky, but it will be all right. All right, so we have this ring. Let's go to edges so I can highlight it correctly. This ring is marked. This ring is marked. So we're going to grab all of these edges right here. We're going to add a material to that. Actually, we're going to do the overall material first. So, we're going to assign everything black. That was dumb. We're going to assign everything black. And then we're going to assign different materials to it. We'll go ahead and do this face first. This face is going to be emissive. We're just going to label it emissive. We're going to create a new material and label it emissive, so that when we put it into Unreal, we know that that needs to be an emissive panel. This ring and this ring can be, we'll go off gray with that, and then this ring, not that ring, undo that, this ring are going to be another color. We'll go ahead and label that metal. That is not right. This does not need to be attached. Why is that attached? Okay, now metal, assign, and you know what, actually we're going to go ahead and put this ring as metal as well, and then we'll do this ring as off gray as well. How about that? And then this will actually stay black. That'll be all right. And then we're going to make another one for this. Actually, no. No, we're going to assign that metal. All right. We're not quite there with the unwrap yet, though. We do need to grab this and unwrap that, or Control E, and mark it. We need one here. Control E and mark it. We're going to need one here. Shift R will do the same. Shift R. Shift R. Shift R. And that should do it. So if we grab all of this by hitting A, we hit U, we smart UV project it, and let's see what we've got in our UV editing screen. That looks great. That is all we really need for this. So we're good on 3. Let me look at all of this. I'm going to check and see where we're at on time real quick. Okay, we got plenty of time, so we are going to go ahead and export all of these. Let's go ahead and get into layout. We will do a save as. This will be LoD3. not 23. LoD3 dot blend. Save it. Alright, so we're going to export each one of these pieces piece by piece. Where did my other pieces go? I think I moved those to a different layer. And I don't know how to undo that right now. So let's go ahead. We'll open up LoD1. I just saved this, so I'm going to hit don't save. We're going to open up, I'm saving this in the wrong spot. I will have to fix that. But we're going to open up LoD1 right here. Alright, this is our original LoD, far view away. Whenever you see the LoD1, you will be a significant distance away, and you just barely need to know that that is a ship shape, right? But this is where we want it. So we're going to go ahead and export this as an FBX. We're going to create a new folder in here. This will be US Force Ship 1. And then we will export into that. We're going to do the mesh. We will do selected object. That will be our fuselage. We need it to be X forward and Z up because we are doing this for Blender. We also need to make sure to go to geometry and check to make sure our faces are applied. There is a script that you can do to make this do it by default, but I don't want to do that because I'm not that comfortable in the programming language. And I don't want to mess nothing up. So we're going to export this as that. I will do a jump cut at the end and show the importing on the other side when I can change my inputs into OBS. Alright, so we've got that one. We're going to save it, even though we didn't change anything. And then we're going to open LoD2. And I'm going to show you all how to do these. Right? Because this is all different. This, we're gonna get a save for everything. And then we're going to export an FBX mesh selected objects. This is where this comes in especially handy. You notice I clicked on our fuselage, which is labeled cube, but I clicked on our fuselage because that is where what we are going to be doing. This will not be this will be LOD, do that, LoD2 underscore fuselage. All of our settings are not correct because we opened a new project, right? So go to X forward, we're going to go to Z up, we're going to go to geometry and select our face. This is going into the new folder, right? Oh, I made a new, that's not what I wanted to do. That's right. This is different. So this is LoD2 underscore fuselage. All right, that should be correct. Now we can export that. Then we're in object mode. We're going to select this object, but we want to make sure that we have it selected up here in this panel first, or two. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and export this as an FBX. The settings should be the same because we're in the same project. So just check and make sure that they are, because it will mess you up if not. And we are exporting our port wing panel. And so we're just going to do that. And then we will do the same thing for our starboard wing panel. Make sure we're there. We're going to export this as an FBX. X forward, Z up, mesh selected object, and face. And this will be starboard. Starboard wing panel, just like that. Export that one out. And then all we have left to do are these last three. We'll do those real quick. This is actually port tail panel. All right, export that one. This will be in a starboard tail panel, and we're going to change that right here. Starboard tail panel. Export that one. And then last, we are going to have an export FBX, exact same things, except this is going to be the cockpit canopy. And there we go. We have LoD2 exported. Next, we will do LoD3, but I'm not going to make y'all watch that one. Y'all going to pop back in with me in just a few seconds, and y'all will get to see me import this into Blender. So, catch you on the other side. And we're back in Unreal, and we're going to import these. I've already gone into my content browser and created 2 new folders. If you would like to do so, and I recommend that you do so, go to your content in your content folder. If you look, you can see right here, this top part underneath all, it says content. That holds everything. Inside of there, you can subdivide that. I've created a folder by right-clicking and then going to New Folder, and I called it Pits Meshes, and then I've created 2 inside of there. Inside of the LoD1, we are going to pull in from import. We're going to import the US Force 1 LoD1 FBX. We're going to leave the settings as they are. We're going to pull that in, and voila, we have our wonderful space fighter at LoD1. This is only to be viewed from a distance. LoD2 holds more detail. We've added more materials, but the importing process is exactly the same. We're going to go to 2. I've actually already got these in here, so I'm not going to go through it, but I imported each of the panels. I didn't do all of them, but you import them all separately. If you look, you've got the fuselage body and the panel, and then you're going to want to pull the panel in, and then from here we will snap these where they just lock into place. And that's going to do it for this episode. We will be back again when we start putting materials and decals in. I'm going to look into making the actual world space and a hub. I'm not sure where we're going to go first next. Probably to the hub and then to the world space. But until then, I hope I brought just a little bit of enlightenment and not too much confusion to a somewhat complicated subject. Hopefully everything worked out for you. If it didn't, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe I can help you fix your problem. If you have any questions of things that I didn't cover that you'd like to see covered, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, if you like what I'm doing, like, share, and throw me a follow. Hit me with all the good bells and whistles. All of the good things. Feed my algorithm for me. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, this has been Pitt. Peace.